You're an Iron Man. Casually running 13 miles just because.
Well, I wanted to make sure I could do it, so. But yeah, I haven't run since that day though, because even though I felt okay, I'm worried that that much pressure on yourself is not that good. So ample recovery time. I'll probably start running again today. Do like a noon lunch.
Hold up, you took
Honestly.
3 days. You took 3 days off.
Yeah.
You maintaining your diet.
I fell off the wagon this week, but I don't know. I'll be back on it.
Yeah, like I mean, real talk. Like when you reported that you cleared 13 miles, I'm like, all right, let me let me try to like double my distance the next morning. And I mean, I did it. I mean, I took literally like a 30-second break after 2 miles, and then I resumed.
Yeah, I stopped and walked maybe just a few times during that run, but the vast majority of the time I was running. So
Yeah. And then like I took the next day off. I just find a hard time. I mean, I say it almost every single time we talk, man. It is a struggle for me to find time
yeah,
to do everything that I know I should be doing.
yeah, I know what you mean. I was gonna wake up and run this morning, and then I realized that it's completely pitch black out, and my running clothes are black, and I got nervous for some reason. But that was probably all just excuses. I'm gonna go for a lunchtime run. I'll probably do a 3-mile run at lunch. It's nicer to run during the sun, when the sun's out or the lights out.
Have you ever done that? You've literally taken a lunch break and decided to like go running and like get sweaty and then come home, take a shower and get cleaned up and then resume work again. You've actually done that before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, if I'm feeling like particularly unmotivated, or just off, I'll try to remedy. That'll be one of the things I've done in the last few months to try to remedy that situation. But yeah, it's not too bad though. I mean, you get back, you take a shower, you cleaned up, you get back to work. As long as it's not too hot in your house or whatever.
Yeah. If I'm like really trying to code up something and it's in my mind it's reasonably complex, I take like multiple showers throughout like the 4 hours that I'm trying to figure it out. And I don't know, it's like whenever I like sit on the toilet or take a shower, I feel like the Damon threads in the back of my mind start like going into overdrive and coming up with a whole bunch of other scenarios that I just can't think of if I'm just staring at the terminal. So,
yeah. What was I going to ask now? Shoot. Did you find a good book to listen to then?
I was listening to, what did I listen to? I was listening to Rich Hickey's The History of Closure. That was like 1 hour, 7 minute long YouTube video.
Okay.
You know who Rich Hickey is? Well, you probably do now since I provided the context.
Yeah, the name sounded familiar, but if you would have asked me, do you know Rich Hickey before, I would have gone, no, just the name may have popped up in a few.
So he's a cult leader. He looks like a cult leader. Like if I share my screen, he does. If I share my screen, I mean that's him. He has a very iconic like presentation about him in regards to his, I wish I had his hair.
A wig will do that for you.
Like, well, hold up. What did do that for me?
A wig.
Oh, nah. I see people with I see people with like toupees still in 2021. Yeah, it looks weird, man. Like it looks almost as weird as seeing someone that's like in their 70s that dyes their hair like brown or black. It's like
Yeah.
it's just it looks weird. um, no, like I think he has to be the most glorified. Why am I getting a Microsoft Teams message? Oh, I'm not going to click on that. He has to be the most glorified language designer, I believe, because like I don't think anybody else really has a cult following and like demands like attention whenever they speak. Like so, your Don Sign, your who's the C# language designer?
Oh, Mads. Is that Mads
Yeah, but he's not the father of F#. He just took it over, right?
or C#? Yeah, I'm not sure.
You know who I'm talking about, though. I can't remember Anders Heisberg or something like that. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Anders Heisberg. That's how you say his name, right?
Look,
You're supposed to know this.
I only know like a couple.
No, yeah, Anders Heisberg. Yeah, so like none of these
Oh, okay.
none of them have like a cult following, right? They just author the language. But Rich Hickey, like, I don't know, man. He has a huge presence on YouTube, and it's been like that for like the last 7, 8 years. He's extremely opinionated, and I don't know. He's a very good presenter, and I don't know. He just has a cult like aura to him. It's like he's like Jim Jones, except he doesn't force programmers to kill themselves at the end. And I don't know. I have a huge amount of respect for him. I have a huge amount of respect for like almost all language designers, except for Java and JavaScript. Yeah.
Look up programming language designers on or program language designers maybe. It'll show like a pictures of a bunch of them on you or on Google. You just program language designers. I don't know why programming language designers.
And why can't I just say language designers?
Well, I would assume that would include people who design languages like the Dothraki language and stuff. You need to diversify this. You need to create the Scott Nimrod language.
They already have a Nimrod language, but you want it to be Scott Nimrod language?
Or the Bismonger language.
Bismonger.
It'll be a COBOL derivative. No.
I I have a degree in mainframe programming.
I think I saw that. Did you do any mainframe programming?
Not in practice, not in my career.
What constitutes mainframe programming? Because I did deck development with C.
COBOL, CI, CS, ACL.
Which we thought of as a mainframe because it was a single powerful computer, but
so customer information control system and online transaction processing, whatever. So CICS and COBOL, and it's basically like I mean I did it at community college. That's where I got my associates in it. It's literally like my associates is in mainframe programming. And then once I realized I couldn't get a job, someone said, "Hey, I'll give you an internship if you continue going to school," and that's what I did. Well, a co-op opportunity if I continue going to school.
I think honestly, if you were to ask me before this conversation started and said, "Do you know language designers or the names of any of them, I would have known two. Should have been Guido van Rossum, who did Python, and then Dennis Ritchie, who I think co-created C. Yeah, with Ken Thompson, who I wouldn't have remembered the name of. But I had this kind of, and we had this programming competition we did in at this company I used to work for. And when I was in college, I was participated in the competition. One of the ones they had a like a crossword puzzle of just different tech people and terms and stuff like that. Is one of the problems, which is kind of cool. But they had one of the inventors of the C programming language, and I for some reason had it in my head. I knew it was a D and an R, which would have been Dennis Ritchie, but I had it in my head that it was Daniel Radcliffe, who is Harry Potter.
Oh, wow.
In the movies. So I'm trying to fit Daniel Radcliffe into this thing. I'm like, how did Daniel Radcliffe? I swear he's the guy who wrote the C programming language. That was very, very wrong, it turns out. So I had an ongoing joke about Harry Potter and the C programming language for a while after that. But
this guy should be in prison.
What did he? Oh, JavaScript.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I don't think so. You look at what conditions he was under, and what his task was to build that, because he created JavaScript in like a week.
I thought it was
for Mozilla, or yeah, like 2 weeks for the browser, because they needed something for it, right? And I don't think he sat there and planned out and thought, oh, we should do it. But JavaScript's a fine dynamic language. You can do quite a bit in it. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with machine code.
Well, JavaScript is pretty easy to write. I don't have any problem with it. It's not very robust in terms of being able to scale up large applications, but for small, pages or small components where you can easily reason out the behavior. It's not really bad. There's some cool features in it. I like the spreading operator. That's pretty cool. And yeah, I don't know.
Oh, so like, nothing just is straightforward, I think, with Azure. Like, I get cryptic errors. It should just work. It doesn't. I spend all my time Googling error messages. I'm going to submit another ticket. It's going to take 3 months to close. Like, this is what I go through in life.
You should just rewrite it all in a small Microsoft Orleans app. Call it a day.
I will not. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. So like I told you, I'm pretty much rewriting the way I manage API keys across many services, many Azure functions. And so like I'm like, all right, I'm going to use this Azure Key Vault thing. Never used it before, but it seems like this is what I need to do so that it scales better in regards to maintainability. And I just, out the box, it's not working for me. Like, I have the code there. The code looks like it's right, but it's, when I run it locally on my box, I'm getting like token, I get like a refresh token expired exception. I'm like, and I look at the timestamp, it's from 2019. I'm like, what? Why can't you just work? I'm gonna charge so much money once I get this project done, and like I'll update my resume. Like people will pay for other people's mistakes, and that's what we call experience. That's what I think.
Yep. Yeah, that's my understanding too. So what's the problem? You're getting
Why does he have a girl
stimulated.
name? Christine Nygard. Nygard? Nygard?
Kind of sounds like it might be a maybe a different area of Europe or something.
Nah, he probably had a sex change.
No,
That's
there's
what
a lot of
happened.
names like that that are kind of like that might be like
Unisex.
female, like Ashley. Ashley's almost exclusively a girl's name in the U.S., but there's plenty of guys I think in the UK named Ashley.
Yeah, so like there's a
Don Syme is the creator of F Sharp.
Ashley I don't know his last name.
Highfield.
No, no, what's his name? He was on .NET Rocks a whole bunch of times. And he used to
I,
pump out a whole bunch of Windows Phone apps that weren't very valuable. I can't remember his last name. I'm going to find it. I have to find it. Maybe his name isn't Ashley at all. I thought it was Ashley. Okay, I'm almost convinced it's not Ashley. My OCD won't allow me to let this go. Hold up. I thought it was Ashley Hunt or something. Windows Phone 8. I can't let this ride. Hold up.
you heard him on .NET Rocks.
Yeah. I'm almost positive his name is Ashley. Hold up. Windows Phone. See what happens. Laura. Atlee. Okay.
Atlee.
Yeah, so I was off a little bit. I just wasted 3 minutes of my life trying to figure out that information.
You should write your messaging app thing in or rewrite it in Microsoft Orleans so that
What is with
we
this?
can talk about it.
What's with this Orleans?
I don't know. I'm every time I want to try something like a new thing, it's like I want to find a useful project for it, but I always have trouble with that. Coming up with projects is difficult.
Just write some crypto thing.
Yeah, I was thinking about writing a clone of eBay, a bidding auction site.
Is eBay still a thing?
eBay? Yeah. Oh yeah. Is eBay still a thing? Of course it is.
I mean, when's the last time you heard of eBay on the news?
Just a few weeks ago. Not in the big news, but I mean, there's so many tech companies now. But no, I mean, I hear of like press releases and stuff that they put out because they're kind of in competition with the company that I work with. So,
How do I find Odie on here?
Odie,
Yeah.
aren't you following him? or starring him or
I
something?
don't think I follow anybody. I don't even know. How do I know if I follow somebody?
I don't know. Actually, I've never actually looked at that.
How do I find him on here?
Here he is. This is Odie Trice. Just put GitHub/Odie Trice.
You could, this is when he temporarily was doing something. 23 days ago. You should be if something's public, you should be able to like code review it and like trash their code.
Trash it.
Yeah. Like leave troll their code. Like
That's what issues are.
okay, let's bring up an issue on this thing. It looks like he's been putting some time into this. I don't know what to click on.
He doesn't have any projects of his own.
This is his project, I thought. No?
Well, so there's repositories and then there's projects. Projects are things like you have created, I believe, whereas repositories are things that you've like either created or forked.
Unless Trump blocked Nigerians from having a GitHub account like he did Iran.
Oh no, this was this journal app is his. I don't understand. Or no, maybe it's a
Read the
part of
journal.
a.
No, that can't be projects. I'm sure he created something on his own. Like he created this on his own, or no? Hold up.
Might have been part of a
Yeah, his
of an
name is on this.
organization though. It's a private one though, so.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm wrong. Yeah, sorry. I thought there was a way to view just your. I don't know where I got that in my head. I thought there was a way just to view repositories you've created. Or maybe it's sources in the type.
Hold up.
Yeah, that must be what it is. Versus
Cool.
books. Yeah, they used to. I believe you used to be able to toggle sources versus repositories on top. Now projects is different. My bad. I don't know why we're
find because I want to like code review his stuff and troll him. Priceless beauty. All right, I'm gonna tap out. Hold up. Apparently, he's into crypto. No, that's someone else's stuff. He apparently, I mean, he's pretty active on GitHub.
You're not an Arctic Cold Vault contributor. I don't know why I'm having something in the Cold Vault, but
He's a Code Vault contributor.
yeah, if you go back, I am too randomly. If you go back a page, I don't know if it just depends on how much like history there was in a particular repo. But if you go back to his GitHub page, there's a badge that sits underneath your name. You see that little achievement down at the bottom? It's a
Yeah.
yeah. So it's the Arctic Code Vault contributor. So he's contributed those projects to it. Like my crappy musings of game engine stuff is Code Vault contribution. I don't understand why, but it might be because I've like just randomly rewritten this thing in different branches for years now. So
Do you use what naming conventions do you use? Do you actually have like an SRC folder in most of your solutions?
Depends. Like if it's at work, most of like I would probably have a source folder. If it's like just a one-off project or something, I sometimes don't. Depends on how I think it just depends on how big I expect it to be, whether I do it or not. Because sometimes I'll just have in the root folder the project folders and that's it, no source one. But if you like are planning to have docs or a different folder of samples or something like that to go along with it, or like build instructions or whatever, it kind of makes sense to put it in a separate source folder. So
I don't know what this is. It's weird how like you think you know a language and then you see syntax that you're not familiar with.
yeah, XSDs are aren't those like XML document
I thought it was
schema?
XML style sheets or something like that, right?
Yeah, I thought those were schema definitions though. Maybe it's been a while. I used to do like XSLT and XPath and all of that kind of stuff, but it looks like it's just a map of data types.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Oh yeah, XML schema definition makes sense. So any URI is maps to the .NET URI type, which makes sense. Oh, did I tell you I really like this now in C#. Finally, we don't have to put for C# 10. We don't have to put namespaces in curly braces anymore. Just declare it once at the top. Take out a whole level of indentation. Really digging that.
Oh, you mean like F#?
Yeah. Yeah, it's catching up. It's getting there.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, they did that so it can sit at this level now, which is super cool. And then what was the other thing? Global usings, I think, is the other kind of cool thing that they added. So instead of having like, if you know you're going to use the same thing across all your modules, or you want to make functions kind of like omnipresent without having to use them all over the place as static, you just put it in one spot and it'll apply to the entire repo or the entire project. So that's pretty sweet.
I think that would be useful.
At least I assume you could do global using static. I guess I haven't tried that yet, but I assume any using you can do.
I hope so.
I wonder how that would work with aliasing though. If you did a global using alias, maybe you can't do that. Maybe there are limitations to it.
Like, why do people keep requesting features from C#? Like, why don't these bastards just use another language? Like, they just keep adding on to it.
Yeah, well, it's because it's multi-paradigm, so it's people can kind of flow in and out of where they're at. But think about it. If you have a multi-paradigm language, if you're coming from a procedural language or an imperative language, you can kind of make sense of it and build something. If you're coming from another object-oriented language, you can make sense and build something. If you're coming from a functional language, you can make sense and build something out of it. Technically, you can do that within probably F# too, but it's definitely more functional. Bleeding, right? Even though you can create objects and stuff, you can shoot yourself in the foot, I'm sure.
Yeah. Apparently, people agree with me on, like, Don Stein wanted to add a Fluent API to F# core. I'm like, no. I'll in my reply, like, I mean, this is what he's. I don't know how to. How do I do this? Yeah, so he's talking about adding like some Fluent API thing to .NET Core. So you have like the dot notation and call a method, and then dot notation after that, call another method or whatever. And I wanted to say, like, Rich Hickey believes that You should keep the language very simple and minimal, and anything else should be a library. Like, I almost typed that out, but I realized he probably didn't want me to refer to how great Rich Hickey was and his philosophy.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to delete it and just leave this part. So that's it. I never thought I would just web surf almost the entire like mastermind session. Oh, what happened to like my one loyal viewer?
Gamlor?
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe he just hasn't come today yet.
he actually hopped on over the weekend when I was studying closure. As I was live streaming, he hopped on. But as in like how you and I are talking, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he did a special guest appearance. So
Nice.
next Friday, I'm going to hopefully either have this Azure Key Vault thing working for half to most of my Azure function apps, or I'm going to have a ticket submitted.
Cool.
And that's it. Things are so slow motion.
I'm going to be having. I have to do something with
Orleans.
Microsoft Orleans or Akka, but probably Orleans by Thursday because I signed up to give we have every couple weeks at work we have this thing called DevTricks, which is they're like 3 15-minute talks on something. So I signed up to kind of force myself to actually commit to building something that I can demo with it. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. Like,
oh, you should reconsider. You never like considered giving a lightning talk on something more philosophical versus something vendorish?
well, I mean, this isn't like the actor model isn't vendor-ish. It's cross.
Well, Orleans is.
Yeah, Orleans is a take on the actor model, but it's a simplified version of it. They don't actually call their actors actors; they call them grains, and it's because so Microsoft research is built around the idea of a virtual actor, where they kind of so in Akka, you have to actually do a lot of management of things and the deal, all that to get this, but to deal with actors. But in Orleans, they just kind of handle it for you. So everything about the creation and life cycle of it and all of that and the remoting and it's all kind of handled within the framework. So.
Oh, you mean like the beam?
Yeah. You mean like Erlang's beam, or what?
Was it Erlang or Elixir?
Well, Beam is Erlang, but Elixir's built on Erlang.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, I believe I can't.
I don't even know what I'm talking about. I just used the word. Let me hurry up and look it up.
But well, the actor model is core to Elixir and Erlang. It's kind of
Beam
like a core feature.
Beam is the virtual machine at the core of Erlang.
And I thought Clojure had. I thought Akka was big in Clojure. So. Or it might be Scala. I'm thinking of. It's one. I get those two mixed up so often.
I've never heard the two words put together in the same sentence. Or should I say two names?
So if you look up Lightbend, it's Akka. Let's see. Platforms. What languages are there though?
I mean, Akka came out of the Java ecosystem, so maybe. I'm looking at a Stack Overflow post. Rich Hickey, in his 2008 talk, Closure Concurrency, explicitly distinguishes agents from actors, mentioning several ways that they are different from each other. Search for agent and actor in the transcript of his talk if you want to find some of those comments quickly.
Yeah, it's Scala I'm thinking of it. Yeah, it's Scala. Has actors built into it. Yeah. Sorry. Like I said, I get those two things mixed up all the time. I don't know why Scala and Closure just I have them in my mind that they're the same thing for some reason.
So, can you have your job hire me to do an assessment of their code base? I wanted to get paid to troll people's code bases or organizations' code bases. Like, tell them to hire me for 3 days so I could go through the code base for the first 2 days, and then write up a document, and then they could decide on how to move forward with it.
Nah, I don't think I could do that. I think we already have a pretty good understanding of where our pitfalls are.
No, you need an independent party.
Well, we're new people coming in. A lot of new people coming in. We're all independent parties when we first start.
Yeah, but there's politics and influence. I want to be independent. I want to trail the code base and provide an assessment, and then you guys can have a conversation about, what's valid versus what's not.
You should put what you should just do is put up a posting on Fiverr or Upwork or something. I will troll your code base for $5 and just see if you get any hits. Fiverr maybe would be like, I will come in for 5 minutes. I will review your code and tell you what sucks. I wonder if anybody has that on. I haven't looked at Fiverr in ages.
I've used it for logos.
Yeah, I've used it. I've tried it for logos once or twice, and it was really just underwhelming.
I use 99 Designs.
No, you got to pay like good money to get good logos. Still,
I think the last logo I paid for was like, I think I'm trying to. I forgot. I just paid for a logo for this beach delivery thing, and that was, I think, like $225 for the assets. And I don't even know where those files are. I gotta look for it.
Oh yeah, you can do online coding lessons and QA and review
for $5.
Let's see, code review. Oh yeah, here this guy charges. He says, "I will review the shit out of your code." Yeah. Here, I'll send you this link quick.
Where is he based out of? Europe?
I don't know. Experienced certified software engineer and QA, flexible time constraint. Yeah, reliability and precision.
Review your C#.NET code and.
It's 5 reviews.
You know, it sounded like you were joking, and then you actually showed a niche within Fiverr that actually does it.
Yeah. I will repair and improve your Python code. Here, you could be the F# guy on Fiverr, and then you will never get a single sale.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
will review your toxic SQL code.
Where's that at? I think there's hella money for SQL help.
I don't know if they don't have any reviews yet.
How many people think about going to Fiverr for a code review?
I don't know. Fix raw PHP MySQL.
You know, all I have to do. You know what my niche would be on here? I will help you write unit tests.
There you go.
That'll
be your. That'll be your one in these languages. I will help write unit tests for you in .NET languages.
But my everybody only has like one rating on it, if I'm reading that right.
Well, that's because it's a new.
Exposed. I deleted like 2 videos like within the past like 8 days. How do I get to this thing? Where's Fiverr at? This right here.
This person has 23 reviews on them. I will do performance and load testing with JMeter. You know what you should do is try to build an entire application by just requesting components via spec through Fiverr in different languages, and then just plug them together and see how good they work. That'd be kind of a fun thing to blog about, and then you could pay someone to read, review, and fix, and see how long it takes you to build something. But you got to get you'll have to do a Kickstarter for the project though, so that you don't have to pay for it yourself.
How do you filter this?
I think there's filters at the top, but
I want to see the most expensive.
oh, it doesn't look like it has a min or a oh no, sort by. Well, there's only like 2 sort bys: recommended, best-selling, and new arrivals. Huh. I will write test cases and scenarios in software quality. Top selling.
Timestamp is 40 minutes ago.
How do you know how many people have actually used the service?
I don't think you do, but I mean, this has the review. I thought the star on it, and then the one next to it would be how many people like actually gave them a review.
Yeah, but if you haven't given a review, huh? Test cases. Have you looked up some of the weird stuff you can buy on Fiverr?
What, like sex toys or something?
No, like a guy will cover himself in chocolate and sing happy birthday to anyone you want. Make a video of
No.
it. I think that's back in the day. I was looking at just random stuff and I came across that one. I thought it was funny.
Is it called hot tub? I thought Fiverr was like a virtual like assistance. How do you fix people's hot tub for $5?
You probably maybe it's a live stream type thing. I'll hop on a live stream and tell you what's wrong.
HoloLens. Did they kill HoloLens yet, or is that still a product?
I have not heard HoloLens talked about in months.
Since COVID.
Years, yeah. Can you still buy a HoloLens?
They should be on HoloLens 3.5 by now.
Well, they still have a page for it. HoloLens 2.
I will plan your Iceland trip. That is actually handy. Like someone to plan like your vacation for you in some foreign country. Or are they just going to give you a list of places to go without actually like, yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, it looks like there's still it's still out there. A lot of people are using it for like business uses.
You should have
It's kind of killer.
I will hunt elk for you.
I will send you the next animal my cat kills and leaves in my yard in a box. That'd be odd. There'd be some sicko out there who would do it though, I bet.
I will create hot tub live animation rig for streaming 2D. Oh, I gotta click on this. Okay, I can't hear anything.
Online coding lessons. I will teach you to use Tableau. I'll give lessons in web development.
Okay, there's no voice coming out of here.
Online multiplayer.
All right, well, that sounds like this is the grand climax or grand conclusion of our mastermind session. I gotta delete the video anyway. So, unless there's a way to edit a live stream.
Feature request to was it StreamYard? How'd you find StreamYard anyways?
Edit live stream. How did I find it? You didn't recommend it to me?
Mm-mm.
Someone recommended it. Maybe someone recommended it to me. I don't know if it was me watching YouTube videos on it.
Are you paying for it?
It's free, but I have a paid version of it.
Oh, gotcha.
I pay $25 a month.
You got to use all the features then. Got to get some.
Well, get my logo and branding,
backgrounds, overlays. I don't know. Branding. Here we go. Yeah, you can put some.
Edit out the mistakes that you made during your live stream videos on YouTube. You want to create a shorter version of your long form video?
Yeah.
In this video, you'll learn how to edit or trim.
Oh, I know how to do that on YouTube.
Using enhancements without.
Oh, okay. Show me how to do it.
Oh man, it's been a while. Yeah.
From a live stream?
I think
or
so.
It's abstractly a video is a video is a video, period, once it gets published.
It's been a long time since I've actually logged into a YouTube account.
Losing any views or comments. Stay tuned for the.
Do you have one? If you go to your
beginning or end.
Or go to YouTube?
Yeah, if you go into there and go to your is it YouTube's? No, go to your channel and find a random video that you don't care about that you chop up, or your content. Down and under your dashboard, there's content. I'm pretty sure you can just go in there and crop out. Because I used to do that to crop out times where I would go to the bathroom or something like that, so that it was a little more succinct.
All right, so this is our video right here that's still streaming.
Yeah, click edit video. I don't know if it happens on Twitch though, if you have it on there. But if you scroll down, isn't there I don't know if it has to be done or not for you to actually cut it. Oh man, I gotta.
Let's find out. We could kill the broadcast and then see if and refresh this page.
Well, do you have a really old stream that no one ever watches that you could just open?
Yeah.
5 years ago.
Hold up. This one looks. I thought I deleted this. I don't know. Let me look at this one. Okay. Okay. So here's one.
Okay. So click on edit this one once. And then if you scroll down, isn't there a... Oh, what the hell? Where is it?
There's the editor.
Yeah, click on that editor. Oh, yeah, here we go. So then if you select a chunk in the middle of it or you can blur, apparently, if you just want to blur out that section. That'd be pretty easy. But yeah, just grab like move that little guy over. And then I think it's like, if you right click where you want it to go, maybe? Or if you click that trim button. There's basically a way to do that in here. It's just...
Where's the...
So click in another spot once. Okay, now right click in another spot. Try, maybe. Oh, what's the key combo, man? Or click trim up there once. I know how to, like, I swear if I could just tinker with it for a second, I could. But that trim button right above it, if you click that, what does that do? Yeah, there you go. So now you can like select a spot, or like use that little scroll bar to like select a thing, and you can trim out sections.
How do I get this thing? How do I set the area? Like, this is always fixed on the very beginning.
We'll move because there's one on the end too. So I don't know if it's... I don't know if
Oh,
it's trying to trim.
Yeah, I didn't even see that. All right. Okay. How do I cancel?
Oh man, I gotta just try. I gotta see if I can remember here quick. YouTube Studio. I'm gonna have to switch accounts.
Whatever. And then...
All right. Go to here.
Hit edit trim. Preview. And then what?
I'm
save.
I'm looking at that quick too. Content. Just grab this one, edit. It takes a little while for sure. Oh yeah, you can split. That's right. Trim. Split. Yeah, so what you do is you split, and then you can, within that split, select a section, I believe, that you want to trim out.
So I'm about to end the broadcast, and I'm about to try to edit this video real fast.
Okay.
So like I'm not hanging up on you unless you have to go. But like, hold up. I'm just ending the broadcast part.